What is going on? Raj back at you real quick for my last video for the night, and we're talking about these Warwick basses. Alright, so it's kind of crazy because I started out chasing one particular bass that I don't even have anymore. And I started out chasing a Warwick bass because I saw this bass for sale. I'm like, that's not a bad price for the bass. So I'm looking, you know, I'm checking out, you know, people selling it, and it was a Corvette 4 standard. But then, like, a Corvette 4 standard would say Corvette standard, right? And it'll be written out in standard. You got Corvette standard with STD. Then you got German. Then you got Pro Series. And then you got Super Pro. I mean, there's so many different series. It kind of messes you up sometimes, especially for me because I wasn't even into Warwick basses. Wasn't even my thing. When I saw that Warwick basses, got me into it. Cause I used to always go to the store and look at them. I'm like, oh, ugly behind bass. Even though I always kind of wanted one at least. And then I saw the rock basses. I'm like, well, there's like a Sterling, you know, Music Man, or like a made in Mexico Fender. Nah, if I get a one of these, I want the big boy. Okay. So I started with the Corvette 4, and then I saw this other bass you'll be seeing afterwards. I saw it in Guitar Center. I was like, man, that bass is hot. But before I saw that bass, I saw this bass, which is the ThumbBo Bass, okay? Which comes with a volume, a blend, knob, and you got bass and treble in active mode. When you're in passive mode, which is pulling up this bad boy right here, let me turn it down a little bit more, because you don't need to see my face anyway. Well, just a little bit, because the ladies might want to see me. When you pull up this knob, now it goes into passive mode. And the EQ is not effective at all, so you ain't doing nothing. There's nothing with the EQ, you're just getting what you get for now. That's it. That's a little slappity slap. But now we push it in, go in active mode. And now we can activate the EQ and the tone. Pull it up. Now these are passive pickups with an active EQ. Active. So it's a little bit of a dip. There's a little bit dip when you activate the active electronics. Right? Up. So there's a little bit more presence when it's just the pickups, the passive pickups. When you kick in the active, get like a little smiley face at the end. Cuts off like maybe, you know, 5 thou, kind of dips a little bit. They will still give you a little bing bang on top. Now let's add in some hi-hat. Right? We'll add a little bit of bass. We'll add them both all the way up. And that's all you got to say about this bass, man. It is what it is. Active, passive, MEC pickups, passive pickups. I think there's a Seymour Duncan HG3 preamp. I know it's a Seymour Duncan. Seymour Duncan is everywhere. Seymour Duncan is on the pickup, one of the pickups in my Godin guitar, the custom. That had a 59 Seymour Duncan. So Seymour Duncan is the man, but of course there's other pickup manufacturers out there like Nordstrand. It's a good pickup company, of course, EMG, MEC. There's a lot of them out there. I just like the way this thing sounds. I really like the way the thumb sound, man. I mean, I like the Corvette 4 too, but the thumb is a little bit louder for some reason. When I had both of those before I got the BO, I mean FNA, this one was louder than the Corvette. And it may have the same preamp, or maybe these are active pickups, and the pickups in the Corvette 4 was not active. I'm not sure. Anyway. I like it. It's a little expensive. I just waxed her down last night because she needed some wax. So thanks to my man up at Guitar Center, he gave me some wax and laid some wax on it until I get some other wax from the wax because Warwick wax is a little bit too much money right now. And we're not paying that kind of money for no wax. I think it's like 69 bucks. It's overseas. Can't get it from here. So the thing about this bass is compared to my Fenders, which are basically made in Mexico basses, my Jazz, which is 60th anniversary, and my Precision, which is 60th anniversary, made in Mexico. As soon as you touch it, it's like as soon as you touch it, you hear harmonics. It's like you can't miss it. You can just accidentally you just get harmonics straight from the door when you touch this bad boy. I really like it, and that's why I have two. And I'm kind of thinking about grabbing another one, maybe an ash one with the ash body. I was thinking about grabbing an ash Corvette 4. You know what I mean? But this is oven cowl wood. The neck is oven cowl. And I think the top is wingy. So the fretboard is wingy, and I think the back is oven cowl. So oven cowl. Yeah, I think that's how that goes. So yeah, man, beautiful bass, lovely. The ThumbBo Bass 4-string by Warwick. Next, we'll move. And by the way, gentlemen, you gotta smell good when you're playing in the studio, whatever you got to do. You gotta be smelling good. Montal's oud amazing. Yeah, it is amazing. With the work today, co-worker female's like, now that's good too. That's good too. That's a good one. That's good. Kind of smell like fruity. I was like, yep, gotta get a fruity vibe from it. Oud amazing by Montal. Stop buying a Venice or whatever y'all guys buying, or Aqua di Gio. Step up the game. Oud amazing. Next, and I want to put some locks. I want to put some locks on this bass. I'm just nervous about putting strap locks on. I'm not sure how to put them on. I guess you screw them in. I don't know. That one has strap locks. So I want to get strap locks, especially on this, because this is cute. This is a cute bass. This is the ThumbBo. I got this from Guitar Center. I traded in the Corvette. I traded in a Corvette 4, the one I was just talking about. That's the first one I had. I traded that in along with one of my Jazz basses. Yeah, my Fender Jazz, made in Mexico. I traded that in along with the Chelly, the Asai. All those I traded in for this bad boy right here, and $50. Now it has some skull knobs on it. If you look at my videos about a week ago, it has skull knobs on it. I didn't like it. I bought these knobs, tiger knobs. Only thing is, they're short stem. I thought I could be able to get more in here. For some reason, you feel like you can, but you can't. But don't bother me today protruding out a little bit, as long as I don't have those skulls on here. And I'm glad I ain't buy 2 sets, because I'm thinking you get 4 for each one, right? Now I was like, nah, I was gonna get. You can't put them on that bass right there, because that bass right there has concentric knobs for the bass and the treble and active preamp, section of the section. Those, I'll probably get some black knobs for that. I think they'll look good with some black knobs to go with the pickups. I'm not sure, but These had some skull knobs on it, and I ain't like it, so I got rid of them. Okay, so now let's talk about the FNA Jazzman 5. Ooh. Pretty thing and a half right now. Alright, so I got it pulled up here. Open cowl wood, open cowl neck, wingy board, same thing. And louder. This bad boy is made to growl. So I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. Alright, so with this bass, it's two ways that this works. I didn't know. I got the info from Warwick. When it's in passive mode, which is up, only 2 of these knobs work, not all 3. So let's see. Right, that one doesn't work. So that one does nothing. But these two, so you get like a little mid with that knob right there and this knob. So you get bass. So yeah, that's what he said. You get bass and mid when you're in passive mode. All right, more bass. Bass all the way down, mid up. Right? Again, nothing happened with this. Now let's play with the mid knob. So that's how I had to find out. I'm like, well, why is it the knobs is not supposed to work when it's in passive mode? Yes, the FNA bass in passive mode, you get bass and you get mids, no highs. But when you're in active mode, different story. You get them highs. All right, and you get the bass. I don't know how guys be doing that pluck thing with the thumb. They be like, I can't do that. I like using my wrist, you know what I mean? Cause I'm not really a bass player anyway. So I just have my own style. I guess when they doing it that way, they can do a different rhythm. Like I'm locked to a different rhythm when I'm doing this. See, I just can't double into a back to back. Like I can't do it. But when them guys be plucking, they know how to do it like that. I don't know how to do it. Some Victor Wooten stuff. I don't know. Don't bother me. I'm not a bass player, but I know how to play bass a little bit. So bass down, highs up, mid down. Let's put some of me mid up. Yeah. Treble down. Right? Mid down. Mid up. See what I'm saying? Bass up. Everything full up, banging, all EQ. at this mid now, there was a mid. It seems as though it kind of controls the bass a little bit too. I'm sorry, I had knocked it down, but no, that is it, right. Now the bass is all the way up here in active mode. But when I have it in passive mode, check out the bass. So it seems as though Alright, so let's rehash that all over again, because I'm telling y'all gotta see the PDF he sent me about this bass. He's like, when it's in passive mode, which is up, there's only two EQs that's working, the bass and the mids, which sounded like that was happening earlier when I was playing with my finger. But then when I went snap, which is what I did the other day, when I finally went to, that's when I heard it working. But when I was playing with my fingers, right, in passive mode, in active mode, right? So if you play with your fingers, you really don't hear that much. You can hear some of the scrape, right? So it seems to me that no matter what, whether you're in passive or active, the EQ is working on this bad boy. Bass, mid, and treble. So here's it down. Push down is active. Pulled up. So you see when I hit it down, active, more growl. Up, less growl. Down, less bass. Up, more bass. Really weird. Crazy. Just like that doggone go down out there that I'm trying to, the piezo, and trying to get that to mix with the humbuckers and so on and so forth. You just got to find out what your skill is, how you like to go. And you got to be able to do it. Now here, because I don't have any indications of the knobs, I'm just going to go by feel. So I'll probably just turn all the way up. Right? So this is active mode. So I'll probably turn the mid down. No, come on. Right? And if I want to come up in passive mode, so that's the way it goes. So we got two different basses with two different EQ systems. With the, I'm gonna pull that out. With the BO bass, basically there's no EQ until you push down the button and give you active. When you got it pulled up and passive, no EQ. This bad boy right here, EQ all the time. Passive, active, upside down, banana cake, fruit cake, whatever. The joint will be playing the EQ, but in active mode, it's a little bit louder, a little bit more mid, a little bit bass. In active and passive, you get more bass. It's not as loud as active, and it's more sculptable to me. I'd rather play it in passive, and with the bass, 'cause I like bass. That's how I would do it. Anyway, how is your boy RaJuR? Really cool. I'm about to bounce, about to go take a nap. Yeah, you know what I mean? Get to bed early sometimes, so I can get up early and relax. All right, so. Thank the heavenly, be able to see you guys. Hope everybody get through the night well, sleep well, and see you again. Heaven willing, see you tomorrow sometime. Enjoy the video. The Warwick basses in my collection, and earlier you saw the Godin guitars, 2 and 2. Now I got 2 Fender basses. I got 1 Music Man bass. I think I need a Music Man guitar, and then we'll be fine. as long as I'm making some music. I'm out. Talk to y'all later.